Hi, fellow traders. What's happening? Man, I hate the day is Friday. This has been an incredible week. And today was actually my best day of the week. And I hate that everything got going for me on Friday. But, you know, and then on top of that, it's a long weekend. So we don't come back until Tuesday. So, so I'm going to have a long weekend, longing to get back in the market, and looking for it to continue what it's been doing the last couple of days. All right, but before we get into today's recap, I want to share this with you. No matter how long you've been traveling in the wrong direction, you can always turn around and get back on the right track. Always. I know in trading, it's so easy. It's so easy to get going in the wrong direction, following the wrong things. It's so easy. I mean, it happened to me. In the beginning, I was going down the wrong road, and a lot of times that road could be right for somebody, but it may not be right for you. And those roads weren't right for me. I had to find the right one, and sometimes you need help doing that. So just know that no matter how long it's you may have been going down the wrong road for 5 years, but if you continue to go down the wrong road, you're not going to get any closer to your destination. You're actually going to get farther and farther away. So know you can turn around. Doesn't matter how much time you invested in it. Turn around. Let's get back on the right track and start moving toward your goal. And that's what this is all about. All right, so today we had we had a big sell-off early. Market sold off hard, and as you can see, we've got a big bottom and tail here, and we closed back above the 20 today. Um, we sold through it. We held it yesterday. We sold through it, all the way down to around 335-ish. Came all the way back. We still closed red on the day, but this is a whole lot better looking candle than we had here. Now, obviously, I would want it to keep selling some more. I want to have a decent pullback, maybe to the 330, maybe even down to 310. Just a really hard, decent pullback, and we could get the market to start making more sense. But we have to trade what it's going to give us. We have to trade what it's going to give us. It was a really interesting day. I got faked out right at the beginning, but brought it back in, gathered everything back up, and finished this day strong. So it's going to be interesting. We are still doing the market analysis and swing watch list session on Sunday. We'll have everything ready for Tuesday. So I know I don't have the calendar posted. That'll get posted this week. But we are having our session on Sunday. Alright, so BYND. This is the one I got really faked on. Now I had the big trade on it yesterday to the long side. It looked like, you could look back at pre-market here. It looked like it was oops. Looks like it was, grinding its way up. So we put in this candle that tested all of this and closed. So I was waiting for this. As soon as we broke, I got in. Man, it might have gone up 20, 30 cents and then came all the way back down and took me out. And then you can see this is when the market just went berserk. Now I didn't short this. I didn't want to short this. Um, I only wanted it to the long side. So my focus went on to something else. But this happens. And the only thing you can do is take it off. Now, technically a close, my technical stop is a close back below this level. But if you get a candle that's washing out too much and you have a max loss that you're gonna that you had set for this trade, you got to execute it. And you could always get back in if it rebounds or whatever. It'll just be bad luck if it came back and took you out. That's all it would be. And then we'd have to deal with it that way. But this was just a failed push, and ended up having to take it off. Now maybe I should have waited a little bit, being that how the day was looking. That's something that I thought about when I was doing the reflection on this. Should I have waited? And I thought that earlier today. It's like, should I have waited 15 minutes or so until everything settled? And it looks like that's probably what I should have done. But a lot of stocks were good on our watch list. A lot of them made really, really good moves. All of them tradable. Sometimes the spread was a little bit wicked, but we can work with that. You just have to be aware of it. All right, so that was BYND. SQ was the next one I got on, and we did pretty good on this. Here's the opening range breakdown here. I waited for the conservative entry. I waited for this candle to close below the opening range low, and then I got this on the break of this candle and started taking profit here, and I actually added back. Okay, on the break of this channel, and I should have drawn this, but on the break of this channel is where I added right here, and then started taking profit from there, and got my final target down here, which was the 50. I know I shortchanged myself a little bit here because I think I don't normally add, but here I was thinking if we did this, we kind of made a bear flag here that once we broke this channel that I was going to add back, just like if I would have got in. Um, but because I'm dealing with the thought of I'm adding, so I would need to get out at break even, that type mentality, it kind of got me shortchanged. So that's something I got to work on if I'm going to add in situations like this. Come up with a better plan than what I had. So, but everything worked out pretty good. Got a really nice lick on this. And then we moved on to Apple, and Apple broke the channel. Here was the low of the initial opening range move. And this stock put in a good opening range breakdown. It bounced. We got the rejection here. Now I could have gotten in here, but I think I was messing around with SQ still. But I could have gotten in here and taken this. This was definitely a big enough window to take profit here, but I didn't. It was a little bit too far gone, so I had to wait for it to set up. It closed below the level here, and then once it confirmed, I got short, and we came down. We ended up bouncing, and I just took. I mean, it opened up here. It came all the way down, and this was an accident. Now I'll tell you what happened when we got in Apple. This is the problem I had. When I got in, the volatility practically froze my platform. All right, and I had to actually log out and log back in a single laptop that wasn't hooked to anything else in order to get out of this trade. I missed this huge big move. I mean, this thing washed out really good, and I couldn't take profit because the platform was stuck. And so I ended up just taking everything right here because, I just didn't feel comfortable that if what happens if this thing freezes up again and then I can't get out at break even if it comes back. So all of those things were, going through my mind. So this still wasn't a bad look. It wasn't a bad trade. It's just the platform kind of crashed on me a little bit and I could not, really do what I needed to do with this. But then you can see this bounced because the market did recover. Remember the daily chart? You saw that big bottom and tail? That was the market bouncing and recovering, and that's pretty much what this did. To me, this wasn't tradable because I didn't have clean enough windows in here, but it did kind of grind its way back up. And so the last trade I took, the last trades I took was Roku, and I caught it on the bounce here. So I wanted to get in here and trade it up to the 50 and then potentially back up to the 100 period right here. So I wanted this to get up to the 100 period. It didn't. It kind of failed to really confirm over the 50. Hence, it put in, a level of resistance here, which I used as the top of the channel because, here we put it in the top and then we pulled back. That was pretty close to the bottom of this channel. So once we broke the top of this again, I mean, look, it made a higher low. It made a higher high from the last bounce. So I'm looking for this to push up to the 100. Then that's what I'm looking for. I get in it, it sells off, and it pulls all the way back. And I'm sitting there and I'm saying, look, this we're back into this channel here. And I've seen this move over and over and over and over again. I've seen it break through, shake people out, bait shorts in, and then take this thing back. And it did exactly what I've seen it do many, many times. So it ended up working out. In the end, we were able to take some good profit on this before we came back and got out at break even. So we ended up with a pretty good day, 1256.11. No, the only really bad trade I had was on BYND, and it was just a fake out. And it's something that I fell for that I probably shouldn't have fallen for. I have enough experience, um, not to fall for it, but it's just something I did, and I've got to accept the responsibility. So that was that today on day trading. Um, and I put this idea out there, later in the afternoon on NXPI. This is one that I feel can explode over the next couple of weeks. It's in the right sector. They've got a lot of good fundamental stuff going on. So I really like it. So I ended up getting in off of the 20 here, and we actually went back green and pushed up a little bit more. But I plan to hold this one a little bit longer. I'm looking for it to hit the 52-week highs up here. So I'm thinking it might take a couple weeks to a month to actually get all the way up there. Who knows? It could hit this next week. But I'm putting it in and having it set up to where, I know this is going to be a longer term trade. And so tomorrow, when we do the scan on Sunday, this will probably show up on our 20 EMA cross scan or 20 moving average cross scan because that's what it did. It crossed the moving average and we're closing above it. And that's exactly what I want to see. So this can give another entry on Tuesday based on our 20 moving average crossover setup. So you guys keep an eye out for that, and I'm sure it'll be on our scan Sunday, and I'll be able to talk more about it. All right, so that's it from me for the week. I'll close out the week and do the calendar and the equity curve and all that stuff on the first video next week. I'll do that this weekend and have that done. But we had a positive week. It's been really, really good. So I am very happy with the way things have turned out. For at least this week anyway. Had that good swing as well. So I'm gonna enjoy this holiday weekend, even though I wish it wasn't here. And we're gonna come back Monday nice and strong. But guys, don't forget, um, we are still meeting on Sunday mornings to do our market analysis and build our swing watch list. So make sure you join me, or you can watch the recording that I put on the website. But if you want to be there live and ask live questions, make sure you come in on Sunday morning. All right, guys. So you have a great rest of the day. Enjoy your long weekend, and I will see you. If I don't see you Sunday, I'll see the rest of you guys on Tuesday.